Yo, everybody, I'm Caramel. I'm one of Colleen's favorite animals. I swing from tree to tree. I love my monkeys and I love my other orangutan friends. How are you all doing? Have you been enjoying watching all these things? I know I have. It's such a great day outside. I really love it. Love it, love it, love it, love it, love it, love it. Anyway, I want you to listen to Colleen today. She's going to tell another story. And I was swinging from the trees this morning just to get here, just to hear the story. So, listen very carefully. You never know what you might hear. See you later. Woohoo! Oh boy, that Caramel. What's she like? She's one rascal. You haven't a clue what she's been doing in my kitchen. You see the mess of it. She's been in there. She's had every banana opened. And there's nothing but peels lying all over the place. I'm going to have to get in there and tidy up whenever I'm finished here. Oh, the friends I have. But you know what? The best friends we've been talking about this week are who? Yeah. Forky! And all his mates. And God and all the stories. Now, as remember, Forky. Very sort of safe person. Loved to always make sure he was nice and safe. So he would have stayed in his treasure chest and he wouldn't have moved. He would have just stayed in there. But you know, he has another friend out of Toy Story. And I have her with me today. And who have I got? But Bo Peep. Yes. Now, Bo Peep is rather different from what Forky is. She's just an adventurer. Try anything. She loves to do things. There's no fear in her. Absolutely none. And she's more daring than what Forky would be. And it's a bit like our story this morning. Because our story is about Esther. And Esther, she had to do something for God whenever she was made queen. So I think we'll just listen to the story and see if you can remember some things for the quiz at the end. Are you ready? Good. So we have, Esther was very beautiful. She lived with her older cousin, Mordecai. Both Esther and Mordecai were Jews, and they loved God and they followed God's rules. But one day, the king decided he wanted a new queen. So hundreds of beautiful women, including Esther, went to the palace to meet the king. When the king met Esther, he chose her. And I can understand that. Esther went to live in the palace, but she didn't tell anyone that she and Mordecai were Jews. The king had a helper named Haman. And Haman didn't like Mordecai and decided he would get rid of anyone that was a Jew like Mordecai. Haman tricked the king into making a law to kill all people who were Jews. And the king, what did he do? He agreed. Neither Haman nor the king knew that Esther was a Jew, but Queen Esther and Mordecai were very upset. They were Jewish. You must help our people, Mordecai told Queen Esther. You must talk to the king. But Queen Esther was afraid. No one could see the king without the king saying it was all right to come. If she went to the king without his approval, Queen Esther could be killed. If the king held his sceptre out to Queen Esther, she was safe. But if he didn't hold out his sceptre, she would be killed. This isn't a good situation at all. You must be brave, said Mordecai. I need help, said Queen Esther. Have all our people pray that God will help me to be brave. Well, Queen Esther went to the king, and when the king saw Queen Esther, he held out his sceptre, so Queen Esther was safe. Whew. The king asked her, "What is it you want, Queen Esther?" "Please come to dinner," said Queen Esther, "and bring Haman with you." So the king and Haman went to eat with Queen Esther. After the dinner, Queen Esther told the king and the Jews, and Mordecai, they were Jews. Then she told the king that Haman wanted to kill all the Jews. The king was so angry with Haman. He didn't want Queen Esther killed, and the king didn't want her people killed. The king got rid of Haman instead, and the king made a new law that kept Queen Esther, Mordecai, and her people safe. I wonder how Queen Esther felt in that story. She had to be really brave, didn't she? And she was like Bo Peep. She was adventurous. She knew that she could go ahead and try these things, and she knew that God would be with her, but she just wanted to be 100% sure, so she asked all the people to pray. You know, God could be with us. And we could pray and ask God to be with us. Yeah, we could. We could also read the Bible and ask God to be with us. We can ask him to come into our hearts. But it's up to each one of you. It's not me telling you you have to be. It's you having to want to be. And the feeling you get inside to tell that you want to be part of God's army. You know, it's very easy for us to turn our backs on him. But actually, he wants so much to be inside us. To be there for us each day. So I'm hoping you think about that really carefully. Whenever you think about Queen Esther. And here she is in all her glory. Isn't she lovely looking? She's really, really attractive. So I can understand why the king wanted to have her as his queen. Yeah, very much so. Now, I'm wondering, do I have one or two friends watching today? Like, I wonder, is Madison watching today? I wonder, is Olivia and Lewis watching today? I'm wondering, is Jack and Rebecca watching today? I wonder, is Eden and Isaiah watching today? I don't know. Has anybody or everybody been doing their sheets and all? Oh, I hope so. And I know I've been getting some fantastic answers back for these questions I keep asking you at the end of the story. So this is brilliant. I'm really, really, really pleased. So I'm hoping you're enjoying it all. I'm hoping Emily McMurphy's watching it today. I'm hoping Sophie is watching it today. And Sophie. And I'm hoping that Sarah Ralston's watching it today. And Chloe, oh my goodness, there's just so many of you. I just haven't even got time to tell you all the names of everybody that's watching. But I'm going to do some questions with the story. And I'm going to see who was listening really, really carefully. Because you would need to know the answers. Now, you listen carefully. Wait till I get these. Because I had to write them all down so I'd remember them. Because as I told you before, this over 50-year-old does not hold everything in here. Right, we're ready. Where did Forky go and hide? Where did I tell you that Forky liked to stay? I said it at the beginning. And what did I say Bo Peep was? Did I say she was brave and adventurous? Did I say she was beautiful and angry? Or did I say she was bold and annoying? What did I say about Bo Peep? Now I wonder, can you remember this name? What was the name of the man who thought up the cunning plan to kill all the Jewish people? Can you remember that name? Now it was in the story there that I read. So I wonder, do you remember it? And a couple more wee questions. Who died for us so that we could know God in our lives? Who died for us? Now, I didn't say that this morning, but it should be something you should know. Who died for us? And my last one is, how can we ask Jesus into our lives? How can we ask Jesus into our lives? So there you go. There's your questions for today. And also your worksheet today is a colour one, and it's one of Esther. And I can't believe this is day 4. We've one more day left. One more day. One. Isn't that absolutely fantastic that we've went through the whole week. I can't believe it. Now, do you know what? I had to make out new words. You know who took them and ate them yesterday? For the Bible verse. Well, he's in his kennel this morning because he was a bit of a rascal. Oh, I was so cross with him whenever he took those. Because yesterday I wanted to do that verse with you and I couldn't even do it because he'd went and he'd ate them all. Yes, that was that dog Cooper. He's a bit of a rascal. Really is. But I made out new words. I did. So I've got them here for the memory verse today. And I wonder, can any of you remember it? Did I hear any words being shouted out? Does anybody even remember any words that's in it? Even though they can't remember the whole verse, do they remember any words in it? I can remember a couple of words in it. Like and of and now. I can remember them. And I actually think, if I remember right, now is the first word of it. So let's do this verse again. Are you ready? Now you are calling. Now you are the body of Christ, and each one of you is what's the next word? Part of it. And I bet you nobody remembers where it was got. No, I can't hear it. Can't hear anybody saying. Oh, I do hear one or two wee words. 1 Corinthians. Yes, 1 Corinthians. Can you remember what verse and what chapter and all? Yes, chapter 12, verse 27. Well done. You should really get on to this verse, I'm telling you. I better hide these words because you know who'll get the hold of them before tomorrow. And I'll need them to do them with you tomorrow again. He's such a rascal, he really is. I don't know what I'm going to do with him. Really don't. But you know, we could do a wee prayer this morning just to ask God to be with us. For us to maybe think about what he can do to be in our lives. Do you think we could do that this morning? You could? Brilliant. Who remembers the prayer drill? Who remembers it? P-R-A-Y. Eyes closed. Dear Lord, day 4, the story of Esther. What a wonderful story. It's one that talks about bravery and one that talks about putting herself out there just for you. I wonder, Lord, could we put ourselves out for you? Would you be there for us? Yes, we know you would be. We could ask you into our hearts and you would be there with us forever and ever and ever. I ask, Lord, that you maybe put that upon one little heart today, that they want to know Jesus and they keep them safe inside their heart forever. I ask you, Lord, that you look after each one of my little Bible buddies, because I know that I love sending out all the work to them, and I know that I get some lovely, lovely pictures and things back again. I ask you, Lord, that you be with them today, and that we come back tomorrow again to hear the final story. And I know, Lord, that you have been with us each and every day this week. In your wonderful name, I say these words. Amen. Wow, you are getting good at all these things, like the prayer drill and doing the memory verse and listening to the stories. And those characters that I bring along are absolute ages. Do you know what? I might have another one tomorrow. I must be mad. If it's not banana skins all over the kitchen, and if it's not my words chewed up by a dog, I don't know. I haven't a clue who'll call tomorrow. But I hope there's somebody that's a bit more sensible. Because you know what? I'm going to be zonked by the end of this week. I am. Well, I'm so glad you're watching me. because I love talking to you. I love telling you all the wee stories. I really do. And I know some of my friends that come along every day, they love to come and see you as well, because they think it's great that you're hearing all about God. And I think it's brilliant that you want to hear about God. So I see the sunshine in the day. Do you think God's going to let that stay all day for each and every one of us so we can go outside and play and have a bit of fun? Well, I hope so. But do you know what? Just think about it when you're outside and playing and you're looking at the flowers that are growing, the sun that's shining, the greenery in the trees, all the different colours with the sun shining on it. Because it was God that put that there. Right, I'll see you all tomorrow. Be good and have a brilliant day. See you then. Bye.